Okay, today we're going over quadratic, domain and range of quadratics, okay? Can anyone tell me what a quadratic is? Or what shape it looks like?
4.
No, not 4. What did you say? Okay, so a quadratic is a U shape. Okay, so right here we're writing quadratics. Sorry, domain and range. Quadratics. Okay, domain and range of quadratics. Okay, I'm going to write it.
Can we write and instead of the little thing?
That's fine. Okay, let me set it up. Looks like this. Okay, and a quadratic looks like a U shape. Alright, so any time that we are writing this, okay, we're going to set up domain and range the way we've been doing, right? So we're just trying to find a domain, okay? Domain is first. Alright, when we're doing domain, okay, remember, it is your left number, right, leave some space, you're using X because that's what domain is, and then you have your right number. Okay? If we're looking at domain, right, we're looking at the left number first, okay, so I'm looking furthest left of the graph, of the quadratic. I'm looking to the furthest to the left, right? Is there going to be a left number?
No.
Okay, technically the answer is yes, right, but we're not going to fill it in. Okay, my left number in this case, since it's going to the negative, would be negative infinity, right? But for this class, we're not going to write negative infinity, okay? But so yes, your answer is correct. You leave it blank, right? Now I'm looking for my right number, okay? Looking on the right, furthest up right on the graph. Is there going to be a right number? No. Going to infinity, so there's not going to be a right number that we're writing in here, okay? If you have your left and your right both don't have numbers to fill in, okay, we are going to just say it is all real numbers, okay? So all real numbers. Okay, that would be your domain for this one. Okay. For the range, so I gotta set it up. So bottom, we're talking about Y because it's range, and your top number. Okay. At the bottom, right, we're looking at the bottom number. What is the lowest point that this graph touches? -5. Okay. Automatically, when you're, so, can anyone tell me if it's open or solid?
Open.
So we say open and we say solid. Okay. Why do you think it's solid?
That's the only 5 there.
Is it so what?
Only 5 there. The only number there.
Okay. What about why open? Okay. So there's a line, right? You think about a line. Is it open or is it solid? A line.
Solid.
Solid, right? So automatically it's going to be solid. Okay, so if it's the graph going through there, right, it's automatically solid, okay? If it's solid, you got to use less than or equal to. Okay? For the top number, right, is there going to be a top number?
No.
And how can we tell there's not going to be a top number?
Because there's only one number there.
Well, yes, but when you have an example, you'll have more numbers. But what gives it away?
It's the only one that has an arrow.
What? There's arrows. That's why it gives it away, right? There's arrows pointing up, right? There's arrows pointing up, telling us that it's going to continue to go up, right? So the top number will be infinity, but we're not going to fill it in right here, okay? So now, when I write this, okay, going back to what you were asking, right? When I write this now, my variable has to go first, okay? So I'm writing the Y first. So I'm writing Y, okay? I have to flip the Y in the -5, and if I flip the numbers around and the letter around, I have to flip what?
The sign.
The sign as well, right? So Y is now greater than or equal to -5. Okay? So if you flip your variable and your number around, you have to flip the sign as well. Last week, when we were doing this, everyone was getting this part right, like where they actually filled it in right, but then when you wrote the answer, y'all weren't flipping the thing around. That's inequality around. Okay? That's example 1. Okay? Next one. Right? We have another quadratic. Okay? Now it's going to be a negative one, so it's upside down. Okay? For domain, same thing. And listen, y'all need to set it up like this every single time because y'all need to be able to see what the numbers are going to be. Okay? This only helps you get the correct answer. Okay? Don't try to skip this step. Once you get really good at it, then fine, skip it. Okay? But right now, we're going to set it up every single time. Okay? So your left number. If I look furthest left on this graph, furthest left, what is going to happen? What's going to happen if I'm following this graph furthest left? Is there going to be a left number?
Yeah,
What is it?
infinity.
Good, negative infinity, because it's going to the left, right? So it'll be negative infinity, right, because this arrow tells me it's going to keep going, but I'm not going to write negative infinity here, okay? For the right number, right, follow this graph, furthest right. Infinity, so I'm not going to write it there. So if both arrows are pointing left and right, what do I get? Good. All will, and you can use a number sign if you want. That way you don't have to write numbers every time. Alright, for range. Okay, set it up again. Bottom number, we're talking about Y, top number. Alright, is there going to be a bottom number? So I'm looking for the lowest point. How do I know there's not going to be a bottom number? The arrows, right? They're pointing down, so the bottom number is technically negative infinity, right? But we're not going to write negative infinity right here because you're just telling us that it's going to keep going, okay? Now, is there a top number? What is the highest point that this graph reaches?
+3.
+3, okay? And is it going to be solid or open? It's automatically solid because it's on the line, so less than or equal to, okay? So when I write the range, do I have to do anything with the sign now?
No.
No, you just write it out the way it is. So Y less than or equal to 3.